Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to your weekly reading with me. We are just going to dive straight in, see what's going on for you guys. I've missed you. So hello. I'm going to dive straight in. I like to do a little bit of a breath together and some sound bowls. So if you want to stay with that, then stick with me. But if you want to skip ahead to your messages, you can do that also. No one's judging you over here. But anyway, let's take a deep breath together. And exhale. Okay, so every time I do that, I do pick up a bit on some messages, and the first thing I heard was Ashley. So hello, Ashley. If there might be something in here for you. But also I saw the star card and I also saw the Fool card. So those could be significant. What does that mean? Well, the star is all about your hopes, your dreams, your community, maybe even as well, being important. It's also about healing. Specifically, I was seeing the lake being important, so that could be specifically something for you, but I feel like it's more about cleansing and healing and, you know, actually like cleansing. I don't know if like shower, there's like something that people do in the shower where they just imagine the water is cleansing them or whatever they need to be cleansed of. I wonder if that's important for you. Also, what was I seeing? The Fool card. So this is also about taking leaps of faith, right? A new beginning, a new journey. You want to start the slate clean almost. So that could be also themes for the week. But anyway, let's dive into your messages, shall we? Let's see what's going on for, Aquarius. Let's see, what's the messages for Aquarius, please, Spirit? Some of you could be having a hard time focus. I feel like my eyes are like just going off into the distance here. So you have 6th chakra, Archangel Metatron. So this is all about your third eye. Okay, so this is where you're able to see way beyond the physical realm. Maybe you guys are opening up your mediumship abilities. Maybe you're starting to see spirits, or you're just able to see, read between the lines is what I call it, right? That there is nothing is a coinkydink. That's my way of saying coincidence. Nothing is a coinkydink when things align. And I think you're starting to see things happen from spirit. It feels like you're connecting a lot more to spirit. Anyway, either way, your third eye is opening up and you're being called to open it up, okay? Let's see what else. Like diving in more into your spiritual abilities, connection to the divine. What else for Aquarius? Here and now. So being present. Some of you guys could definitely be meditating a bit more, but spirit wants you to focus more on your present. What we have is the here and now. The past is mainly memory and the future is just visualization, right? Both of these don't exist anymore. What does exist is right here, right now, that we are spending time together. Okay, and this is where the opportunities open up for you. The past can give us lessons, the future can give us hope, but really the opportunities and the most important part, in my opinion, is where we are right now, what we do today. So I feel like in a way, sometimes life can be overwhelming. So I always say, take each day as it comes. What can you do? One little thing today, right here. Don't worry about tomorrow. Don't worry about the next 2 hours. What can you do right now that's going to make you feel a little bit more happy? Whether it's reading a book that you been sitting on your countertop for a while, or if you want to start playing an instrument a bit more. I feel like it's more to do with, it could be anything. could honestly be anything. I'll just throw out examples all day otherwise. But it just feels like whatever it is that you want to do a little bit of it, because at least that's progress, right? Don't wait till tomorrow. Because then it will always be tomorrow. Like one day, oh yeah, tomorrow I'll do it. Anyway, let's see what chakra card wants to come out for you, Aquarius. We already have your 6th chakra being important, your third eye. This is also your it's orange, so it's your sacral chakra, your dreams, your desires and your feelings. So this is mainly talking about your self-worth, as you can see. And the story behind this card is only those who believe they are worthy are able to see the throne. And what that means is success really is available to those who believe they can have it, right? If you always see yourself as a failure, then it's a self-fulfilling prophecy that you're always going to reject or screw it up because that validates that belief that you so strongly have. So anyway, they want you to start seeing yourself on that throne. Visualization, remember third eye, that is your third eye. Yeah, it's your visualization. So they want you to start visualizing your dreams, your goals, okay? For sure. because it's going to prep you for it in advance. Okay, that's really important part of it, visualization. It doesn't just manifest it in, it makes you ready for it, so that when it does come, you don't run away from it. It's something that you've always wanted, right? So I think that's important. Anyway, what else? Sorry, is someone Australian or New Zealand? I don't know why I said it like that. 3 cards, please. Broken wish, yes. And that came, yeah, okay. So some of you guys are having a little bit of a hard time. That's okay. Wishbone, broken. Wish will not be granted, but vine. So some of you might end up having a little bit, might have already happened to you. Let's say that you were trying to do this exam or you applied for this job, but it didn't happen. So it's like, why is this not happening for me? Seek out information that will help you is what comes through with the broken wishbone. Okay, so this can be amended. This can be fixed. Okay, you can have whatever the wish is, but maybe you need more information about it. Force coming through says muddled, unclear thinking. So again, it's a bit of like a misunderstanding, or maybe something's not clear enough right now. So, or maybe our brain is in a little bit of a fog. Okay, maybe that's why something didn't work out, but it's okay. As I said, I do see that something can be amended or fixed. Okay, let's see your overall theme, your major theme. What's the theme, please, for Aquarius at this time? I said the star card came up for you, didn't I? And that is literally you. Like, I forget who I'm rooting for. Strength card being a major theme, right? So this week is all about your confidence, your courage. Recently, how this, I've got a new spread. I didn't tell you that, but recently how this card has been coming up is almost like what Spirit wants you to focus on during this week is a bit of advice almost, or a goal. And this is about being courageous in your choices, in your truth, standing up for yourself, and just being courageous and strong, and understanding there's both strength and vulnerability, and kindness and forgiveness and love, as well as there being strength in fierceness, right? And the story is she's able to tame the lion, right? Why? She's just a maiden. She's not a warrior. She's not a king. She doesn't have authority. She's a beautiful maiden who rules with her heart. And that is what got her the companionship of the lion, because she wanted to help the lion, is what I see in my mind. I'm almost seeing like an animal, a fierce animal that's needed help. And the maiden, because she loves animals, she wanted to help, and her kindness is what gave her the companionship of the lion. I don't know if that is significant. I don't know why I'm going on about that, but anyway, let's see. Why is strength here as a main theme for Aquarius? I love that. The King of Cups, the Wheel, and the Eight of Pentacles. So I feel like there's a lot of luck coming through in terms of your work. By the way, Eight of Pentacles says that whatever you're putting your time and energy into in terms of building your money, or working on your finances, or your skills, your talents, whatever you're educating yourself on, whatever you're doing, okay, is going to bring you luck. Okay, the wheel is turning in your favor, especially with strength. So whatever you're being courageous about, spending a lot of hours doing, a lot of time in your energy, a lot of your strength, even when you're tired, just showing up, that kind of thing, this is turning the tide for you. And the King of Cups is really good for that, because it is about managing your feelings and emotions and following your heart and your instincts. Also a very intuitive card too. So I feel like some of you have a mission. I wonder if it is about helping animals. I wonder if that was significant. I do feel like the Star is also kind of like a charitable card, like giving back to the world. I always see it as that, because the lady's usually like pouring water back into the river that she's drunk out of, so she's giving back of what she takes from the world. And I feel like that has some significance. Some of you are healers for sure. You're here to heal. And I think that could be important for some of you. You might not know if you're worthy, but you are. Okay, but anyway, the King of Cups is a very spiritual energy as well. So I feel like that's you gaining emotional mastery as well. Okay, that's cool. Let's dive into your reading though. We got a lot to get through. What is the energy of Aquarius during this week? How are they showing up? The Magician. My goodness, what a powerful reading already. So yeah, being in the here and now is important. The tools that you have today are the things that you're going to be able to build from. So the Magician is, again, self-worth is important here. Being able to visualize something. If you're able to visualize it and see yourself doing it and feel those energies, then you can have that in this reality. And that's just the law of the universe here. You already have the tools and resources that you need within you and around you to double it and make it whatever you like, right? You have the ingredients of the cake. It's just time to experiment of how you're going to make it. That's the vibe I'm getting from this. But let's clarify. Why are you showing up as a magician? Three of Cups, something that you're celebrating. The Nine of Wands, interesting, and the Ace of Wands. So this is about protecting an idea. What's that about? The Nine of Wands represents like a wounded warrior, having some boundaries here based on maybe some experiences that you've had in the past. But I think that's what makes you fierce. So I feel like a spirit saying, like, I don't want you to get rid of your fierceness. Like, you are strong. Kind of like the Strength card. Anyways, so the Three of Cups coming through again is about celebrating something. Ace of Wands could be a new beginning in regards to an idea. You guys could be getting passionate about something. Maybe you guys are getting a spark. What is the Three of Cups here for? Tower. Yeah, and the Magician being here as well. I feel like there's something that you were worried about, but I feel like you are going to get like truth and clarity at this time, that everything's going to be fine. The Tower doesn't have to be scary. It's like a sudden event that can create a little bit of a shakeup, but it doesn't always have to be bad, right? If you get your dream job, it will cause a shakeup. Oh, I have to do this now, but it's good. So that's an example for example. Okay, so none of this is screaming negative to me, so I'm going to carry on. I just feel like this is you really standing in your power and being able to use what's around you. Let's see. What is the energy of the week? Ten of Swords, so endings. Interesting. And how is Aquarius showing up in the near future? The Fool and the Hermit. I love that combo. My goodness. Do you know why? Because I always say that they are the same person, because usually the Fool is on the cliff, right? He's going to take a leap, and then the Hermit is also back on a cliff too. As if it's you in the older form knowing now what. So the Fool's a journey, right? So it's like naive, youthful. I don't know what's on this journey, but I'm going to go and find out. The Hermit is like revisiting something, a point in your life where you've learned a lot of lessons before you began that journey. So I wonder if you guys will be revisiting a certain area, maybe your childhood area, or maybe you're just reflecting a lot on life, on how far you've come. But I feel like this is full circle. So you're coming full circle. It makes sense with the Ten of Swords, that usually is an ending coming up, but it doesn't have to be bad. I'm going to figure it out. Sometimes it's shedding old layers. It's difficult, whatever it is, to change yourself or to admit defeat in a certain chapter of your life, to recreate yourself, for example. And it just does make sense here too. I'll clarify. But in the near future, you're coming full circle to something, which means that you've learned a lot of lessons about this last chapter of your life, and you're about to go on a new journey, back as the Fool again. Why is the Ten of Swords in the middle of the spread as the energy of the week? What's the Ten of Swords about? What's the Ten of Swords doing here? Ooh. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, and the Strength. So this is beautiful. Even though there's a difficult ending that I don't exactly know what that is for you, because Spirit wants to almost focus on what's new. And Strength, again, being in the middle of your spread, and the main energy of the main theme of the week as well, is really all about your strength to get back up again, right? Whatever is closed out for you, can I understand what has come to an end? What is this ending? What is this ending? What is that ending, please? Ten of Pentacles. Some of you guys could be walking away from something. Some of you it's a father figure or a boss, right? Something that it's a structure of stability of some kind, with the Ten of Pentacles being there, like family. This can be families, can be like again, stability, a job. So Ten of Swords is interesting because I feel like Ten of Swords is not really a willing card. But I think you have to reach a certain point where you decide, okay, like I don't want to be in this situation anymore. So as I said, Eight of Cups is about walking away from things that don't serve you or don't align with you as what they wanted to change it to. Okay, so you're beginning your own journey. Interesting. And the Ace of Cups, a new emotional experience, a new financial experience, a new stable experience. And the Strength card is really about the courage that you'll need to take action on this new chapter of your life. So it's interesting. So again, Ten of Swords, maybe you feel a bit backstabbed, or maybe people don't agree with this new journey that you want to go down. But as I said, I feel like everything's going to be fine. Now, if you did have a bit of a disappointment, like I said before, where maybe you failed an exam or you wanted an opportunity, didn't work out, don't give up. Like I was saying, you do have kind of guaranteed success here, but it does feel a bit like that might be the defeat. So saying you can start again, be courageous enough to brush yourself off and get back at it. Either way, however this resonates, 2 aces, beautiful. Magician, beautiful. Fool, a lot of new beginnings coming up for you. Okay, can I see the Hermit? What is the Hermit here? Analyzing, progress, the card of progress here. Very earth sign energy, very Virgo energy. Knight of Pentacles and a Hermit speaks about progress in your soul development. By the way, a lot of you guys are learning. That would make sense with the third eye. They want you to know that spiritually you're learning a lot. And the Fool, seeing an octopus, very busy. The Wheel of Fortune, which is kind of like fate again. The wheel is like, it's luck, it's fortune. It's also kind of like the unexpected. And so is the Fool. It's almost like you're being pushed into a new cycle. Okay, so I like it a lot, actually. Whatever this is, I like it a lot. 5 of Swords, though, again, feeling of defeat. We already saw that. I think you've just learned your lesson. That's what it feels like to me, whatever that means. Having to walk away from something that may have been quite controlling or whatever it is. Whatever that 10 of Swords is, it's around that. You've learned a very valid lesson. Okay, let's look at what's in your recent past. Aquarius. Emperor again, interesting. And the 4 of Cups. I'm picking up on someone who's had a very difficult relationship with a father figure, like a lot of rejection is what I'm feeling. Now, the Emperor can, of course, be boss, right? As I said, I do sense a bit of rejection. 4 of Cups. Okay, what else? What about the near future? Aquarius. Ace of Pentacles. Well, we already seen that. Okay, that's good. A new cycle, a clean slate, and one where you're the leader, by the way. I feel like this is almost you being led, right? There seems to always, it does feel like you're moving away from authority. Okay, sorry, my lovelies. I get a bit camera shy when people need to use something from the room. Anyway, so as I was saying, it does feel a little bit like there's something about this position of authority. I don't feel like it's you. I feel like it's like maybe you've just not really resonated very well with bosses or positions of authority. I feel like there's a little bit of always feeling dictated to or controlled, or as if you're not good enough. Now, what was interesting is during that time that I was on pause, we were going back to the throne. They were showing me back to the throne. So I feel almost like, you're going like, what am I hearing? They're showing me something about not a villain arc. It's not that. I feel like it's more about your glow up arc or something. Basically that's like a trend of a phase of your life, right? And I feel like the Emperor, this difficult thing that you've had with leadership has been there because you were always supposed to be the leader. And this is a time in your life where you're understanding that, right? People may not believe in you, or maybe you've had some reasons as to not believe in yourself. Whatever it is, I just feel like this is what's actually changing. Because that Emperor, I don't feel like it's you, because I saw that that's something that you're walking away from. Either way, whatever it is, it's changing, which I like a lot. Ace of Pentacles, that's your clean slate, your clean break. That's you starting on your own journey, which I feel a little bit like, yeah, you've not had your own journey here. Anyway, let's see what this is about. Why is the 4 of Cups in a recent past? The Knight of Swords, 4 of Cups. So a lot of this is about truth, because the sun is all about everything is now in a light. Ace of Swords and the Knight of Swords. So I wonder if this is, I don't know what your relationship is with the Emperor. I feel a little bit dependent on it, but also at the same time, it's a difficult relationship. I don't feel like this person is, I think they've looked after you, but I also feel like they've also made you not feel super good about yourself. I don't know what it is. Either way, I feel like you are getting this offer, or did in the past, or that kind of gave you some sort of truth. I don't think this offer is the truth that came your way. I think that it gave you an understanding about something. And this Knight of Swords is all about determination, running after something. So I feel like that's what's caused an ending in your life. So whether it's a straw that broke the camel's back, or whether something that somebody said or gave to you, gave you motivation to move forward, to create your own destiny, for example. Why is the Ace of Pentacles in the near future? King of Swords. Well, look at the improvement. You went from the Knight of Swords to the King of Swords in your near future. So that's awesome. Following your intuition, which is why the 6th chakra is so important. The happy family being there is quite interesting, seeing as we keep going around this Emperor energy. So I feel like everything will be okay in the near future in regards to relationships with people if they have been a bit difficult. King of Swords, Ace of Pentacles is all about strategy, is all about making intelligent decisions, right? Based on logic, based on facts, based on figures. So this is just a really good card for calling the shots, right? Being very clear-headed and intelligent. So that's really good for you. Very good for you. Okay, let's then look into your challenges for this week. And the king is on a throne, so you're already kind of there, right? The emperor might be a little bit of a long shot for now, because the emperor usually is like all 4 kings together. So there's some things that you have to master. Magician, you're capable of it. Completely capable of it. Like, that's exactly what it is. Like, the emperor and the empress are known to kind of be all 4 kings and queens combined. Why? Because one's got the wand, one's got the pentacles, one's got the sword, one's got the cups. It's mastery over the elements. And that's what you guys are learning. Whoever I'm speaking to is this is a profound life that you guys are living. Okay, let's see. Guys, what is your life path number? Put it in the comments. I'd love to know. Anyway, let's see. What is a challenge for Aquarius during this time? 2 of Pentacles, balancing things, juggling things, multitasking, trying to figure things out, juggling decisions, trying to also keep on top of your feelings and emotions at the same time. Let's see, what else is a challenge for you? My teeth are going a bit weird. A challenge for you is also the truth. Ace of Swords. I do get an energy of being set free. Now, Judgment and the Ace of Swords are both about truth and clarity. Forgiveness also with the Judgment. It could be communication. I'm going to figure it out. Let's see. Why is the Ace of Swords a challenge? Yeah, Ace of Swords again with the Temperance is about forgiveness. And the Star, hope and healing. That's interesting. Someone in spirit world, especially if it's a father figure or a masculine energy, wants forgiveness. And that's a challenge for you. Or it could, even if they're in a living world, right? The Temperance is again about forgiveness. Even if it's just for yourself, I feel like that's what spirit wants for you to do, because it has a direct link to your self-worth and the throne that you are meant for, right? So it has a very big part of your destiny in a way. So that's interesting. I feel like that's what that's about. And the 2 of Pentacles. So it's just forgiving the past, even if it's nothing related to what I've been saying today, like in a general way. This is really just about the truth and forgiving and moving forward and wiping the slate clean. 2 of Pentacles, because there's a dove bird here, it's about peace as well. Why is the 2 of Pentacles a challenge? King of Wands, being able to adapt and pivot, right? That's what the King of Wands is all about. Using your ideas, being confident in yourself. And again, that lion following you around, I love that. It seems very important for you guys at this time. The lion is your spirit animal for sure. Okay, let's then look at some advice. What is the advice? Four of Swords. Interesting how it came up on top of this combo, right? It's about healing. Your advice is to heal from something. My goodness, especially with this combo. And another piece of advice, 7 of Swords. Healing from betrayal, feeling like someone didn't have your back, feeling like you need to heal from hidden things. Let's see. A lot of swords bang in the middle. Now, you're an air sign, so it can be expected, but it's still tricky nonetheless with these cards. Why is the 4 of Swords advice? The 9 of Swords. Some of you need to pay attention to your sleep for sure. Okay, focusing on your health is so important with this, okay? The 9 of Swords is nightmares. I think speaking to someone could be very important if you are having nightmares. But 4 of Swords and a 9 of Swords, fears, worries, doubts, you're being called to heal that. 7 of Wands, so you can stay level, right? Despite what life is throwing at you, you're able to create this inner peace. So they want you to focus on inner peace. Okay, and the 7 of Swords being advice. The Emperor. So it's healing maybe your relationship to authority. The 7 of Swords is advice, and the Emperor, both are about strategy. So again, building a strategy, building a plan is important. I want to get one more for that. Why is this advice? 7 of Swords. Okay, Page of Wands, 6 of Pentacles. Seven of Wands again. So this is another area where they're wanting to protect your peace, build up inner peace. As advice, strategy, control. Yeah, control, emotional control. We had that with the Strength card too. Like, it's really about like rising above the challenges. The Page of Wands is also like being playful, being fun. Six Pentacles, especially with the universe, what you put out comes back. That infinity sign is important. So there's a circle. There's a lot of laws coming through the universe where it's like, okay, you do something, spirit brings back, or again, things complete. Anyway, Six of Pentacles, Page of Wands. In terms of your daily routines, that's also important, where they want you to build more of a strategy. They want you to stick to a plan, don't go against a plan, right? That's important. Okay, let's see what's going on in terms of love for you. Let's see what your love life looks like right now for someone out there. Let's see for Aquarius in terms of love. Aquarius in terms of love. High Priestess, interesting. Hearing folly. What does folly mean? I'm going to Google that. Folly. Don't know if you guys can hear the wind. Foolishness. All right, let's be aware of that. Lack of good sense or foolishness. So that's important. You guys can be dealing with a Pisces or a Scorpio. Now, the High Priestess can mean that something's hidden. Now, because the King of Cups is here and the Lovers being here and the Sun, this could be actually a good connection coming up for you. So maybe someone's not really opening up about their feelings and could be being a bit immature about it. They're saying not to be foolish. Okay, let's not be folly. Let's see. Why is the High Priestess in the love department? The Hierophant. High Priestess. Some of you are dealing with the deceit in love, and that is the reason why there are secrets, right? In terms of a marriage, for example, that could have been the thing that you're having to forgive and heal from. And the Two of Swords, you need to like literally listen to yourself. Don't be blindsided by somebody. That's for some of you. Anyone else? The Sun and the Knight of Swords. So either way, truth's coming out, whether it's people's feelings, whether it's a person coming away. I feel like I'm speaking to multiple people here. It's like, if you're single, you're not going to resonate with that, right? I do see love coming away if you're single. Or even if you are dealing with deceit, because it's the same message, I guess, and you're healing of the past, there is someone much better who is much more emotionally understanding of you that's coming away. Remember, we have the Ace of Cups coming through, so for some of you it is new love coming away, but I think you have to deal with some inner wounds, as we've been saying about that. Okay, in terms of career and finances, hold on. Okay, let's see. In terms of career and finances, okay, interesting. Let's pick these up. So Two of Wands and a Seven of the Seven of Pentacles is interesting. So Seven of Pentacles is not bad. It does feel like, okay, there's some stability here, but maybe you're not able to really harvest for what you've got, meaning that maybe you've got enough money, but you're not able to really enjoy it, for example. Two of Wands is really a card usually about expansion. Now, in this deck, it does represent a choice and a path. So maybe you guys do need to decide whether you need to go down a different route, change up the way that you're making money, change up the way that you're spending money, or maybe even change your career. Or usually this card is about expansion, and I feel like for the majority of you it is about, okay, I feel like I need to do something different in order to expand my income and expand, my work. Because the Seven of Pentacles can sometimes feel like, what is the point? Like, is this even going anywhere? Like, I feel like it's not going to the way that I want it to. You're seeing some growth, but it's very slow. So Two of Wands does kind of give you a bit of a decision. How are you going to expand this area? Because clearly it needs it. Okay. But anyway, I've been here for half an hour. I'm so sorry. I send you my love, Aquarius. Thank you for spending time with me. Every single view really matters for me and for my life and for my own growth too. So thank you so much for clicking on my video, for listening this far in. And if you do feel called to, make sure you guys like and subscribe if you've not already. It helps me out. Also, I'd love to have you over here. But aside from all this, I send you love. I send you healing. I send you some blessings your way. Hopefully Spirit listens. And I will see you guys next time, okay?